Hello everyone, this is Matt and welcome to your first Java tutorial. Before we start writing any code, we have to download the Java Development Kit, or the JDK. So open a web browser. I'm going to use Firefox for this. Go to Google and type in Java JDK. Now it should be the first link here, Java Standard Edition Downloads. And then you're going to be brought to this page, which it'll have 4 of these, but you want the regular Java one, this one right here. So now you're on a page that has multiple downloads. So just you can read the license agreement, but accept if you just don't want to, and then pick which operating system or whichever one matches your needs. You're most likely on Windows, so x86. And then save this file and then run it, because it will be an executable file, .exe. I already have this installed, so I'm not going to go through the process, but after you save it, under your downloads folder you should have this jdk.exe, and you can just run it and probably just click next a couple times, maybe have to read a paragraph or two, but I don't remember it being overly complicated, so good luck with that. But like I said, it's pretty easy. After you've downloaded the JDK, what you're going to want to do next is get an IDE. What an IDE is, well, it stands for Integrated Development Environment, and you want one for Java. There's many IDEs. There's the one we're going to use for this, which the one we're going to use for this tutorial is called Eclipse. So you can either Google Eclipse or just go to eclipse.org and you should be brought to this page. If not, you'll probably end up on some Twilight fan page, but this is the one you want. So go to Downloads, Eclipse Classic 3.7, and then select your operating system, Windows 64-bit, and then just download it. And this is a pretty easy download. It's really 2 seconds. I mean, it's probably going to take you about 5 minutes to download it, because I think the whole file is about 120 megabytes, but the installation, straightforward. Just a wizard will pop up, hit next a couple times. You guys can handle that. Okay, so now that you've had the JDK installed and Eclipse is installed, you should have a desktop icon for Eclipse, so go ahead and open that. And it'll take a second to open, but when it does, it'll ask you to create a workspace, which is basically just a folder that all your work is going to be saved in. I think it automatically makes one called, well, it calls it workspace. Let me see. It should auto make this one. It should put it in your user folder under your name and then workspace. But because I have stuff in there, I'm gonna make my own for this tutorial segment. So I'm gonna make it Java Tutorials. Hit OK, and Eclipse should open within 10 seconds or so. Or not, I don't know. Sometimes it likes to be slow. And it's loading. Okay, let me just delete this right here. The first time you open Eclipse, you'll probably be met with a welcome window. You can just close that out, it's really not helpful. Okay, so now that you have Eclipse open, we're going to do a simple hello world program, which is pretty much just printing the words hello world onto your screen. And this is basically what you do. This is your first program that you'll make in pretty much every language. It's pretty much just a standard thing to do. So I already have this folder here, but because this is the first time using Eclipse, you might not have it. So what you want to do is right click, new, Java project, and then after you make the Java project, you'll have the folder of whatever you named it, and then you'll have this source. On this source, right click, and another menu will come up, and you can go to new and go to class. And then after you do that, you'll have this, which is your code, this thing right here in the main window. It should say public class and then whatever you named it. Mine's tutorial. So after that, we're going to start writing our first program. So at first, you're going to see some words that you don't know, but you don't have to know them right now. Just type them. So you'll have public, static, void, main, and then in parentheses, string with 2 brackets, and then the word args, and then a curly brace, and then another curly brace here. So this is a header that you'll get very familiar with using Java, because you'll see this every time you write a program. So, but inside these 2 braces, right now, these 2 braces right here are our program. This is everything that's going to happen is going to happen in these braces for now. So to just print hello world, you're going to write system.out Eclipse decided to not respond. Okay, there we go. System.out.println, which stands for print line. And then you'll have 2 regular parentheses here. So go inside the parentheses and type a quote and put hello world. And now at the very end of your parentheses, put a semicolon. So basically what we've done is you're making a print line method. A method is something you call in Java to do something. So here's one to print something on the screen on an individual line. And then inside the parentheses, you have to put whatever you want to print in quotation marks, so Java knows that it's words and not more code. And then every time you want to end something in Java, it ends in a semicolon. So now, if you have this printed like this, go up to here, this big green play arrow, and click it, and just hit OK. And give it a second. And on the bottom in this console area, you should see the words hello world. There we go. You can double click it to maximize it. But yeah, you should have hello world written down here. So that's your first Java tutorial. Come back more for the second time, and I'll go more in depth as to what you should be expecting from these tutorials and how many you'll be getting. But from now, just make sure you have everything installed properly, and make sure you can do this hello world program, because if it does not work, then either, if you have everything written exactly like it is here and it's still not working, then you might have installed something incorrectly. So but if you have a concern or something, just leave it in the comments below, and I will try to get back to you, or someone else hopefully can help you out. But for now, enjoy.